And I think this is an interesting question. You have Jonathan Huberdeau is 29 and an unrestricted free agent, which is ironically the same age as JT Miller, who is going to become an unrestricted free agent, interestingly enough. And Mackenzie Weegar, of course, is also an unrestricted free agent. And someone asked this in the chat. I can't remember who. I'm sorry. But I'm curious, what should the Flames be throwing at these guys? There it is.
Yeah.
I suck at the...
Well, I think Huberdeau is going to definitely cut the... I think the market for older players is still being... when I say older, like if you're a UFA side looking for a longer-term deal as a 28, 29-year-old, especially on the, like I said, on the forward side, I think that market's still being developed here. And the big holdup here is Nazem Kadri. What he gets could really set a lot. Could really change negotiating power between players and teams here, because of, if say they go shorter term, that's one less older player that they're able to say, look, they got 8 years.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly what the number is going to be for Huberdeau. He's been over a point per game player for the past 4 years. That says a shit ton, and he's arguably the best playmaker in the game right now. I think you want to make sure, especially with the game that he plays, I think that he would be kind of a Bergeron-esque type of player that would be able to play well past 35. Maybe not obviously a point per game player, but he would be able to really maybe set the benchmark for that type of player within the NHL going forward here. And if you know that there's going to be another team that's going to be offering him 7 years at X amount of money after this year, because I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a 90-point, if not 100-point player this coming year, especially with Lindholm in the mix. You really just, the fact that he said that he's going to try and get Lindholm 50 goals, I love that shit. Give me more of that, and you know that he's going to try and back it up with that performance and trying to find him. And to Sean's point, Toffoli on that wing as well, I think is going to be that's a must line to try if you are Daryl Sutter. But for Mackenzie Weegar, if you're looking at him, I think that's an easier contract to kind of predict. I think you really want to look at 7 years at probably $5 or $6 million. And when it comes down to UFAs, and especially if you're trying to buy those UFA years away from older players, it's you're going to have to go maybe a year or two more than you really want to. But it also depends on how well they do next year. Like I said in the chat before I jumped on, I think that their potential for, if Calgary does shitty and they're maybe a bubble team, they might be, okay, well, this is the time to transition and get more assets for these two players, and that trade tree grows for Matthew Tkachuk.